Hey guys, it's Saturday. This is October 21st, and this is our 37th weekly vlog in our 2017 vlog series. This morning, poor Brian had to go to work, which stinks, and so I have been doing a few things around the house, but also going at a really slow pace because I can. It's only, I think, 9 something, but we got up at 5 since he had to go to work, and that's when we normally get up for work, so it's hard to sleep in when someone gets up. Like, I couldn't sleep anymore. But Brian yesterday thought it would be funny to spread out the candy out of the giant bag that you saw in last week to show just how much it is. And this is his little stash that he pulled out the York peppermint patties, and he thought it was funny that they only had that many. That's the only York, and I guess he got one Twix that he wants. But anyway, it's pretty huge. And what cracks me up is that he is worried we'll run out. He's like, I need to go get some other stuff, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding. Like, we might get 20 kids, maybe, if we're lucky, and they come in groups. We'll get like groups of 4 or 5 together, and I do give them more than one piece usually. You know, I'll give them 2 or 3. I usually just grab a handful and throw it in their bag, but there's no way we would even come close to going through this with our normal rate of kids. And I'm also worried, since it's on a Tuesday, we'll get even fewer kids. Since it's on a school night. I think when they're on the weekend we get more, but I think when it's on a work night, a lot of times they go to malls on the weekend or something and they don't actually trick or treat. Part of what I've been doing this morning, and I know I said it was after 9, it's actually almost 10, it's 9:45. Part of what I did this morning was go ahead and marinate the shrimp and also make the slaw, and sadly it's supposed to have cilantro in it. But I thought I had some, but it looks like Brian threw it out, which means it went bad, so that's a bummer. So it's going to be, I mean, there's some spice on the shrimp, but it's going to be a little less, I don't know, I like the cilantro. But this is this healthy mayonnaise. It's this avocado-based mayonnaise, and I've got some salt, pepper, and lime juice. And I can't marinate the shrimp in lime juice, otherwise you end up with ceviche. So I've got a half a lime that I'm gonna squirt on the shrimp when I cook them, once they're in the pan. And these are just gonna stay in the fridge until lunch. And then I have these gluten-free tortillas. They're made from cassava flour. They're really good. Like, they're the closest thing to flour tortillas I've found. Found corn ones that are gluten-free, but usually the flour type are hard to find. So there's been a bit of a time warp. It's now lunchtime. It's actually 12:30. And Brian, I think, is on his way home, and he's gonna stop by the store and get cilantro because he said he already had to stop anyway to pick something up. So that was awesome. So I can add that to the slaw. And these are, I've showed these in a previous video, but for those of you who are gluten-free, these are those really good gluten-free tortillas. Now, they are not vegetarian. They actually have pork lard in them from pastured pork. So there's another kind which I don't have out right now. That's actually what's in the pan. They're made from almond flour, and that's what I use for Brian because they are vegetarian. These are not vegetarian, but I think these are slightly better. So that's why we have the 2 different ones, because I like these better. It's the same brand. The almond is also Siete, so same exact brand. So as soon as he gets here, I will start the shrimp over in this pan. I don't want to start them too soon though, because shrimp cook super fast. So waiting on him to actually get in the door, and then I'll start those. So thanks to Brian, who's home now, we got some cilantro, and this looks amazing. I'm ready to dig in. Hello, it is Sunday, and sorry you're not seeing me yet because I am not ready, but we are having basically brunch, especially for us. It's later than usual because this quiche took forever to bake. But made a quiche this morning. It's a gluten-free crust. The crust is pre-made. I think I got it from Whole Foods. I've had it for a while. I didn't have the label anymore, so I'm not sure. But it's just it's not sweet. It's just a plain pie crust. And for the quiche, it's really simple recipe. It was 2/3 cup of almond milk, 5 eggs, salt, pepper. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, half a cup of shredded cheese, and then spinach, tomatoes, onions, and mushrooms. And we basically made it up. I did that thing where I look at a couple recipes and then just put in what I want. So hopefully it tastes good. We'll find out. And then I'm having a side salad just because I think the quiche is going to be kind of rich, so I thought that'd be a nice side. What are you having, Brian?
I'm making veggie bacon, little taters, and a bagel. Carb heavy.
Well, that's all right.
You cut the quiche with some carbs.
Brian's looks really good. Sadly, I have no idea why other than it's been in the freezer for a long time. The crust stuck, like this part of the crust stuck to the pan, but otherwise it came out great. But Brian's looks really tasty. He's got salmon cream cheese on a bagel and potatoes and veggie bacon. Mine's just the salad and the quiche. Not as exciting. So the quiche review is everything but the crust was good. The crust was not good. So we've made it with no crust, which is obviously gluten-free, just in a glass pie dish with no crust, and we both agreed that is actually better. So I'll probably either do that next time or make a crust from scratch. I have a couple of really good crust recipes that are mostly from nut flours. Those don't tend to get soggy. This one got soggy and that didn't taste very good. I mean, it's still edible. We just didn't like the crust. But otherwise, also Brian said I should mention that our idea of brunch is 8 a.m. He thought that was kind of funny, meaning it was so early, but we've been up since 5, so it was 3 hours into the day for us. But anyway, I guess that is kind of funny. I guess usually brunch is more like 10 or 11. I brought you out here on the screen porch with me to show the leaf progression. It's actually gorgeous today. I don't know what the temperature currently is, but it feels like it's in the 60s and it's sunny and it's only 10 a.m. I think. So I think it's gonna be one of those picture perfect days. Fall days. Probably get up to 70 something today. Well, for this part of the country, that's a perfect fall day. I know up north it's much colder. So the leaves are continuing to fall and they're continuing to turn brown. I am starting to worry this is going to be one of those years where they go from green to brown without a lot of color. We have that happen sometimes. I think it's weather related. Because obviously you can see it's still mostly green, but the ones that are falling are just turning brown and falling. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of reds and oranges and yellows. I know it's hard to tell the way the sun's hitting, but most of it's turning brown, which is a bummer. But it might just be too early. We don't really hit peak leaf falling till late October, early November, really early November. Good morning. It is early Monday. This is when I go to work. So it's still dark outside, and I did want to say though, I got an awesome card from Brian because it's my birthday today, and it was funny. I was still laying in bed trying to wake up, and he stuck it in my head, which is pretty funny. He pops out of bed. He's one of those morning people. Even though I get up super early and my clock is definitely on the schedule now, I'm not a morning person. In fact, I don't know if you hear my voice, I sound kind of hoarse in the morning. I'm slow getting going. But anyway, here is the super cute card that he got me. And if you're familiar with me, Tangled is actually one of my favorite Disney movies. Not my very favorite, but Cinderella is my very favorite. But Tangled is my second favorite Disney movie. So that was super thoughtful and sweet. So I love it. And here's a couple other cards that I've gotten so far. And we were supposed to celebrate with my family on Friday and ended up having to get blurry. I don't know what's going on, sorry guys. Ended up having to reschedule. So that's actually tomorrow night, the day after my birthday. So lots of fun coming up. It's always nice celebrating. And tonight, Brian is making crab legs for me for my birthday, so very excited about that. So now, off to work. I wish I didn't have to work today, but that's life. So I survived working on my birthday, and I'm home now, and Brian just put a giant pot of water on to cook crab legs for me, which I'm super excited about. And it's nice because that's something we can both enjoy together. A lot of things, either Keith's is not gluten-free or is not pescatarian, so this is a nice in-between meal we can both enjoy. Here's the yummy crab legs that Brian made me for dinner. Thanks, Brian.
Happy birthdays.
Thank you. Hello, it is Tuesday, and it's Carmen's birthday part 2 because we had to reschedule my birthday dinner with my parents. That's tonight, and we're going out for some really good food, I hope. I haven't been to this place in a while, but it's usually really good, so pretty excited about that. So that's gonna pretty much take up all of this evening. Work was work. The weather's gorgeous today. It's like in the 70s, and at night it's getting cool, and that's perfect weather. However, it's about to get quite a bit cooler, where it's gonna be, I think, like low 40s at night and 60s during the day. And I saw one night in the 10-day forecast it gets down to 38, but it may change by the time we get to that. It looks like Halloween's gonna be pretty cool. It's funny, I remember as a kid sweating in my costume. I grew up in the same area. I can remember sweating as a kid in my costume, and I can remember having to wear a winter coat over my costume. So the weather this time of the year, you just never know what you're gonna get. The good thing is Halloween looks like no rain, because if we got rain, we would have bought this candy for nothing, because you usually get almost no trick-or-treaters, especially if it's a heavy rain. So I'm happy it looks clear. That should be good. So far this week's good. Can't complain. It's a nice birthday week, even if I am having to work. Hello, it's Wednesday, and last night's dinner was awesome. I totally meant to take some photos of the food, and I forgot. I was caught up in the moment, had a great time with my parents. Thanks, Mom and Dad, if you're watching for dinner. That was awesome. It was a great birthday this year. And I think I got more cards this year. I'll show them to you in a minute. I think I got more cards than I've ever gotten. And one of my aunts even said, sorry, I didn't get it sent out in time. And she sends me one every year. So even without that, I think I got more than ever this year. I was gonna show you though what she got me other stuff, but a really cool gift that my mom got me that is also Disney related. I am an avid reader. Granted, I do read mostly on the Kindle, but I do also read books. Like right now I'm reading a book on Vegas since we're going there next year. And so this is really cool. It's a bookmark, but it's got a Mickey on it. Very cool, Disney. So here are my birthday cards that I got this year. And I especially like this one. It's both funny and it also makes me think of peas and carrots. It's just kind of funny. One of my girlfriends got me this. Hey guys, it is Friday Eve, also known as Thursday. And I got the best kind of mail today. It's Disney mail, and it's my birthday present that Brian got me. It's late because I'd asked him not to get me anything in the hopes. He asked me what I wanted, that the Figment backpack, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you've already seen this, would come out for online purchase. It was in store only for quite a while. It went to online a few days ago, I can't remember. It was last week. And so I grabbed it. And so this is Brian's gift to me, essentially, for my birthday. But then Disco Liz, I'll put a link to her vlog in the show notes. You should definitely check her out. She messaged me either yesterday or the day before and showed me how it was now in store only again. And I joked with her that it took them so long to ship it. I wondered if someone had to go at Epcot and get it. And I was joking, but it took them several days to ship it because they notify you when it ships. Sure enough, I've taken it out of the box. There was a receipt for mouse gears. So someone really did go to Epcot or they told mouse gears to ship it, either way. But it was definitely slower than usual. Usually when you order with Disney, it ships pretty quick after you order it. There was a several day delay in the shipping. So I'm gonna open it now. I have not opened it. All I did was take the receipt out and take the packing materials out and remove the staples from the bag so you wouldn't have to see me fumble with that. Okay, so I'm going to take it out. Super excited. Can't wait to see it. Just more packing material on the bottom there. Ta-da! So excited. I love it. So the price tag on here is $75, and that was the retail price, but I only paid $60 around that for annual pass holder discount. So here is the front. Here's the back. Obviously this tape comes off and you have the backpack straps. And this is definitely purse size if you're wondering. This definitely looks like a women's purse, the backpack style purses. It's a good size, but it's not a normal backpack size. This is what I wanted. I'm actually planning to carry this as my purse. So it's got this front zipper compartment. It says Epcot 35. I don't know if you saw that when I held it up before. And open the inside. This is one of the things that I actually loved about it was the inside. I saw a picture online. I don't know how well that's gonna show up, but it has the Epcot symbol on the liner. So I'm gonna pull all this packing material out and then show it to you again. Okay, I took all the packing material out so you can get a good idea. It's really big on the inside. And I would say As a woman, the only thing that I don't like about the inside is that there aren't additional inside pockets. I like having at least one little zipper on the inside, but other than that, no complaints. It's gorgeous. And it has this nice one on the front, and it's actually a good size as well. And the other thing I forgot to mention is it does have these two side pockets. I never use these personally because there's no seal on them, and I've had these in other bags and stuff will fall out of them. But I guess if you're brave, or if whatever you have in there isn't that important to you, you could use those too. But I have to say, this is really well made. That was one of the things I was nervous spending that much money and then find out that it wasn't well made, but it really does look very well made, and got like the nice silica pack here. Thanks for joining us this week. Stay tuned next week because we want to talk about the Festival of the Arts. Disney just put their announcement out, and we are going to get to go this time. We'll announce our trip date at a later date, but we're super excited because we didn't get to go this past year because Disney announced the festival so late that we didn't have any vacation that we hadn't already sort of pre-scheduled. So we're very, very excited. So we're going to talk about what they announced, and also Brian finally used his movie pass. He's outside right now mowing the lawn, or I'd have him tell you about it. But next week's vlog, probably in the next couple of days or so, he was going to tell you about that experience too. Short answer is he loved it. Not trying to tease you or anything. I just wanted him to tell you the details about how it worked. So that's a pretty cool thing. I haven't activated mine yet, but he went to a movie yesterday. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. And as always, we appreciate subscribes, likes, shares, and comments. Bye.